Hello, we're students from GSAP, and we're presenting a Spanish journal named Cordons. Cordons is the official journal for Association of Architects of Catalonia. Its first issue was published in 1944 and has been through 19 revisions so far. Different editorial teams brought their specific perspectives to this journal while kept it sticking to the Catalonia architecture topics. Though the themes kept changing, there seems to be a tradition to organize the material through some specific points of views, like the discussion of formal languages in the 2004 to 2005 period, of internationalism from 2006 to 2008, and of Barcelona's urban development in the 2008 to 2010 periods. In 2010, Cordons held an opening competition for its new editorial team, and the winning team presented us with the most recent journals beginning from issue number 261. Now let's move to the topics of these issues. Not only Spain, the whole Europe suffered a lot from the economic crisis after 2008. This directly led to the recession of building industry. How to deal with the specific socio-economic conditions became a key architecture topic. The four feature issues open the discussion of the topic and try to lead the audience to conclusions or solutions of the current crisis. The issue 261 focuses on buildings interferes with existing environments. Economic recession has led to the decay of some existing environments. This issue takes the Placa de las Glorias Catalans as an entry point to show the strategies of revitalizing these kinds of spaces. Through the project it shows, this issue provides diversified points of views. It illustrates the opening attitude towards a wide range of architecture practices. The issue 262's theme is para-infrastructures. A considerable rate of municipal infrastructures has been left unused after the crisis. So sustainable infrastructures are needed to meet the constantly shifting needs of the society. The articles of this issue provide various viewpoints to seek the ways out from the contradiction of the infrastructure's permanent materiality and the ever-shifting socio-economic demands. The issue 263 talks about historic preservation by stating, no historic reconstruction is ever really true to the original. Preservation has served political and ideological interests. It is a subjective activity. How to keep the authenticity of the building documentation is a question this issue raised. This is also a significant topic for the currently under crisis Spain society. How to keep the information of this specific period of time, whether to keep it, are the questions worth discussion. Issue 265's title is House and Contradiction. It focuses on how to realize house's social values through design. House is not only the issue of space, but also connects to social, political, and economic aspects as well. After the economic recession, citizens' pursuits for equality became intensified. The discussion on housing inequality is one of the responses to this phenomenon.
Compared with fine art, magazines are much more easier to disseminate and convey opinions. To an extent, a magazine could affect evenly the public attention and voice, so as to make of influence in the tendency of the whole society's development. Therefore, magazines are responsible for the public consensus and opinions. Contents is a positive magazine for the society because of its content as well as its topic. Its topic reflects the current social issues. From this point of view, the magazines try to reform the format to make sure each issue is clear. Each volume has its own topic. Around this specific topic, there would be related essays and cases. Let's take number 265 as an example. Its topic is social issues in terms of the house. It suggests the architecture should solve social issues and meet social requirements, rather than just focusing on its forms. This is the cover of the volume, the first glance of the reader. From here, the topic is put forward. The editorial is trying to point out the editor's idea about this issue. From then, the readers began to acquire and pay attention to these social issues and opinions. There is a fixed formula for all of the journals, and for this one, there is a formula of 2 essays matched with 4 cases. These 2 essays are trying to find a new social meaning of equal-sized rooms in terms of family, society, and cities. Right related to the particular topic, the editor has solved for 4 cases meeting the theory of the essays. These cases describe the value of equal-sized rooms in various social levels, such as family relationship, employer and employees relationship. They are all representing the same style of house, but play different roles in the social life. It is this series of stories that reminds the readers the social responsibility for architecture. It is not just a magazine, but a reminder to tell the readers what has lost for our society. Apart from those parts, there are also other sections that can lead the reader's thoughts. That including the observatory, which is a sample of notable recent work by COAC members.
Quantance provides us great opportunities to dig into the role of journals, magazines, or let's say media play in architecture industry. It's unique in terms of the editorial structure as well as a clue line for the topics. We believe it has a standpoint on the role Quantance plays. The 4 issues we mentioned showed us a wide range of material sources and the superposition of different opinions. The editorial team intentionally avoid to forward a conclusion by themselves, but to offer perspectives from many angles. The aim is to let the audience explore the topic and generate their own opinions. But it's not fair to say Quantance stands a completely neutral point. Collecting material is a selective process. We can feel the inclination of the editorial team, and it can be seen as an obligation of the journal to lead the audience to a certain direction. However, it's not compulsory. Viewers can still have their own understandings of the topics. It's great experience to dig into the world of Quantance, as it collects voices, inspires thoughts, play as an agency of opinions, and the platform of viewpoints interchanges.